Hello, my name is Idan Kantor from Dell EMC. RecoverPoint for VMs 5.3 includes many exciting features like HTML5 plugin, new and modern RESTful API, vSphere 7.0 support, shared disk support, and more. In this demo, we'll see how easy it is to deploy RP for VMs and using the HTML5 plugin to protect VMs. Cool. Let's get started by deploying VRPA from OVA. It's a standard OVA deployment where only the management IP needs to be configured. We'll fast forward the OVA deployment operation and power on the VRPA VM we just deployed. We'll also deploy the second VRPA from OVA exactly as we just did and power it on as well. Now let's deploy the plugin server from OVA. The plugin server is a new component introduced in RPVM's 5.3. The plugin server not only enables HTML5 plugin functionality for vSphere 6.7 U1 and later, but also acts as an API gateway for RPVM systems on vCenter when using the new RESTful API. This is also a standard OVA deployment where only the management IP of the plugin server is configured. We'll fast forward the OVA deployment operation and power on the plugin server VM. Great, now let's head over to our web-based deployer to deploy the RPVM's cluster. Let's go to the install VRPA cluster wizard. Put in our admin vCenter credentials, and that would initiate pre-installation validation checks to make sure the deployment will go as smooth as possible. Type in our RPVM's cluster name, configure the admin password. We'll also change the time zone, most importantly, specify NTP servers. We'll select the second VRPA and the data store to configure the repository VMDK on. RPVM supports 5 network topologies. The default and recommended topology is WAN and LAN for the first VNIC and data for the second VNIC. Pick the port group for the data, specify the cluster management IP, and finally the data IP is 1 per VRPA. Click Install to start the cluster deployment process, in which the splitters are installed and no ESXs just on the ESX cluster where the VRPAs are at. Cool, cluster deployment is done. Let's proceed to the plugin server configuration, a simple process which registers vCenter server and the plugin server, initiates handshake between plugin and vCenter, and discovers all RPVM's cluster in that vCenter. The only thing to do is to type in the plugin server IP. Awesome, the plugin server has been configured. Let's quickly switch back to the vSphere client where we can see that the RPVM's HTML5 plugin is now available. Before we check out the new and amazing HTML5 plugin, let's connect the cluster we just deployed to Venice, which is another RPVM's 5.3 cluster we deployed right before this Tokyo RPVM's cluster. Just need to specify the WAN IP of one of the remote vRPA's credentials, and that's it. Cool. As you can see, our 2-cluster RPVM system is good to go. Now let's go back to our vCenter in Tokyo and protect the VM. Right-click the VM, RecoverPoint for VMs, and protect VM. This is the new Protect VM screen featuring one-click protect. All the values here are auto-populated and tuned for common settings. It's certainly possible to click protect now, but we'll exclude the VM decay from application and lower the RPO to 5 seconds. More options can be changed under advanced copy configurations such as replica VM provisioning mode, journal data store, and journal capacity. Click Protect and head over to the RPVM's HTML5 plugin. This is the RecoverPoint for VM's HTML5 plugin. A modern UI, lightweight, fast, includes one-click protect we've just seen, simple recovery flows, and so much more, all of which I will showcase in the next demos. Click on the VM protection widget, which gets us to the protected VM screen, but with the proper filter. As you can see, the initial sync just started. The new glorious HTML5 plugin also enables the use of links. So click on the consistency group link, which would open the consistency group screen with the filter for this specific group. Awesome, replication is active. There you have it. Thanks for watching and see you in the next demos.